Hey, what's up, guys? So got the rough out today. Gonna do something a little different. Got my Daytona set up because I figure, it handled great in the infield and had that optimal top speed through the adjustments of the ride height. So I figured might as well just keep that and put the wing back to 4 where it was before Barber. Try that out. Just got done racing in the Masters of Endurance 24-hour race. I think it was the first 24-hour race for Masters of Endurance on iRacing. Well, it was. Pretty cool. Our team was just thrown together last minute. First laps I ran of the car was actually I didn't even qualify my car because our team started off with 3 entries, and then I don't know what happened, but long story short, we ended up we qualified all 3 cars, but only raced 2 of them. Didn't race the car I qualified in. Raced Tim Class. I swapped over and raced in the car with Tim Class and Zahmed Yamin, Jonathan Fuller, Jonathan Boutel. I believe that was everybody. Feel horrible if it wasn't. But pretty good race. I mean, I think we started pretty far back there. Oh wait, no, we raced in the car I qualified in. It was so confusing. Like, the 2 days up until the race, we were literally swapping. We were even gonna, there's like some kind of loophole where we could have qualified the McLaren and then raced the Ford, and that was an option, but didn't end up doing that, mostly because I just actually wanted to compete, and the Ford was like, the fins are on a different level with that Ford. The Ford we had wasn't even close to being competitive. About a second off what the McLaren was. I'd love to try that fin setup, see what they got, because I know they've been working on it for quite some time now. But it was a pretty smooth race. Just had like 2 incidents really the whole time, actually in the same exact spot, the chicane. Just after Blanchemont, both times got rear-ended, spun out. Second time, first time we got lucky, didn't cause any damage, even though it should have, because he hit us right on the right rear tire. Second time, I don't think we got damage from the initial contact, but then we were just perpendicular in the middle of the road, so they just couldn't avoid us and ran right into the side of us, so that brought us. So we started in something like high 40s, something like that. Got up to low 30s, then went back to high 30s, and then started chipping back away and got up to low 20s. We're even starting to flirt with the teens. And then we had that second, and then this was like with 8 hours left, where we worked ourselves all the way back up to 20th. Then an hour or 2 later, we got that second incident that caused us damage, and then we ended up falling back to like 30th after some repairs, and pretty much held that position from what I don't know, I was asleep the last 6 hours, so from what I understand, we basically, what it looks like is we held 30th spot the rest of the race, which is finishing those races is accomplishment in itself, just because there's so many different bullets to dodge, so many different things that can end your race, from computer failures, the iRacing failures, like just human failures, stuff that's your fault, stuff that's not your fault. Like, it's kind of mind-boggling anybody finishes those races, really, just with all the things that could go wrong. Yeah, it was fun.
38.47.
I actually like the 24-hour races more than the 6-hour races. 12, I don't know if I don't think I've done a 12-hour race yet. I think those are more, I don't know, the longer the races are more up my alley because you can just really race your own race and focus on not making mistakes and staying out of trouble, and you get rewarded for that. You'll make up a lot of positions just by taking care of your car and racing your own race. So, I mean, obviously, a little bit of it does have to do with speed, and if you want to be the best, you gotta, if you want to win those events, you really gotta have some great pace. But if you want a decent, solid finish, really all you gotta do is stay out of trouble. Alright, so I really haven't been paying attention the first 3 laps I ran. Just starting to pay attention right here, see what I got. I always like to run some laps to see how much I can get out of this set, so when I start making adjustments so I got a better reference if that adjustment was worth making or not.
.03.
Car handles those bumps on the inside, they're really nice.
.69.
Car feels pretty doggone good. .86. I don't remember with the Ford being able to, the GT2 Ford, being able to just really not make any changes from week to week. But like right now, I don't want to do anything to this rough. And it's like that with most of the cars in this class. Like, maybe it's because I'm not really pushing the envelope like I was in the Ford. The Ford, I was constantly, like, especially around the second half of the season, running, you know, top 3 times every week. So I really was pushing the envelope a lot more with that car, but a lot more hours testing, a lot more hours tuning. So that might be something to it, but right now I just don't want to do anything to this set. See if I can figure something out here. Start driving a little more aggressively, see if I can find any weaknesses in the set. Feels good though.
37.07.
It's not really a weakness in the setup. It's a weakness in the driver. See no laps I ran real quick. 6 laps. Kind of got that same thing that was going on with the McLaren. Tire pressures are already getting pretty uneven. I'm just trying to think if I want to go down these or up with these. Lap 6 or 181. So I'd figure by the end of the race we'll be up like in the mid 180s. Like 186, 187 with the pressures. So I'll go down thinking, well, because I like to be closer to this 181 number. So it may take us longer to get there, but we'll have a better car by the end of the race, in theory. Alright, let's see if that feels any different first couple laps. But it'll be kind of hard to talk because I wasn't paying attention the first couple of laps. This corner's like Zandvoort's Rouge. Kind of get that same feeling when I go through it. Like, am I gonna make it to the other side? You never really know. Oop, a little fast. A little fast. That's one other thing you always kind of want to pay attention to. Like, I just went purple in that last sector, but I went purple on the out lap, so it kind of gives you like a false. I say I just did it again. That kind of gives you like a false optimal, because you're never gonna have tires that good. So it's kind of, I tend to like to sandbag those. Like when I see them going purple on the out lap, I'll just drag the brakes so those don't get into my optimal. I just think it's what's the term I'm looking for? Just more accurate. if you do it that way when you're trying to compare a lap you run into your optimals. I have to say, so far this rough's the most fun to drive around this track. Ooh, man, new tires around that corner is nice. Going around that so fast I got dizzy. Yeah, rough's definitely the most fun to drive around this track so far. I haven't driven the Beamer yet, but so far this takes the cake. It's got a really nice neutral feel to it, the car. Yeah, that wasn't good. That wasn't good. Probably cost myself at least 3/10 in those two corners. Oh, I want to just stay on the throttle all the way. Almost. Yeah, it probably cost myself a couple of tenths.
36.57.
I'm not going to do anything to this set, guys, other than that little tire pressure adjustment. I might do some experimenting, but I see no reason to touch this thing when it goes through that corner like that. Oh, that's just on rails. This track's awesome when you got a car like this. This feels like you're on a roller coaster. Rarely just going straight, always turning, going up hills, down hills. Way outside, but ooh, go with it, go with it. Yeah, this is fun. It's too much speed going into that corner. Okay. So, well, that's the first spot I've really noticed it misbehaving. I think it did that the lap before, so might actually have something to work on here. I really need to figure out a better line through that corner. Right now, what I'm doing ain't working. Man, I love going through that corner when it's so smooth over the bumps.
.64.
See, with this car, I definitely can take that corner in just one continuous radius, no double apexing or anything. I'm down to third gear for some reason. Sometimes my default autopilot just kicks in. Rear end behaved a little bit more that time. I might have just been driving the corner wrong the last couple laps through there. Alright, let's see about getting a better line through here. I don't know how. That was alright. Still felt like I was hanging it a little too far outside though. Man, this one go flat out around that corner.
36.22.
Go back through, because I kind of had a green sector when I went down to third, so I'm going to see how this is in fourth again. And it was greener in fourth. Oh, way too fast. I don't see myself doing anything to this. That was better. Just a fine line you gotta hold there. Because you don't, it's really bumpy if you get on that red curb. You just want the left tires just to be right on the edge of it.
36.12.
Front end starts to push a little bit now. It's a bad line. It's kind of like, yeah, pretty much like that. That's the best line I can take through there. Ah, don't hit the wall.
37.22.
Right now I'm just trying to see if any bad behaviors start showing themselves longer in the run. Really, the only thing I'm kind of noticing right now is a mild push mid-corner. Maybe could do something to the rear end to tighten it up just a little bit. That corner I was, you know, trying to figure out the good line for. Maybe tighten up the rear end a little bit coming out of that corner so I can really just step on the gas.
36.9.
Wow, that felt really good. A little push right there. Getting right there, but I'm going a little bit faster than I normally am. And I had to be pretty careful with the gas getting out of that corner. See right there, maybe make it so I can just get on the gas a little bit more aggressively, more constantly. If I tighten up the rear end somehow. I'd say it's a pretty good set though. Just ran, run my best lap on. It was probably like the 7th or 8th lap.
0.01.
Ooh, man, that hooked up out of there. I didn't feel any wheel spin at all. And you can just steer the car with the throttle, which is awesome when the car is neutral like that. Try and carry a little bit more speed, don't brake so hard that time. That hurt me on the exit though. Roasting the tires a little bit. Just trying to carry way too much speed through there. Just went for it. Alright. I always forget I shouldn't do that because it messes up. It only really messes up the temperatures, it doesn't mess up the pressures. How many laps did I just... Alright. So... kind of lower. But that's kind of lower than 181, which is where I like to be, which doesn't really mean anything. Just means that I've found that the car's been behaved well when around those numbers, but the car's behaving awesome around these numbers, so I'm just going to leave this here. Yeah, I mean, because those are pretty similar pressures. It's harder to get closer than that. Now, I don't have much of that left. Gonna increase the rear compression dampening just for this corner right here. Is that really that much? I never really thought of it as being that much of a 180 right there. I always kind of felt it was like came like that and then kind of came off like over this way. But yeah, I'm just trying to get the car to tighten up right off exit there. Oh. Shoot. I have to load my old Daytona setup because I'm not sure if I actually adjusted those rear. No, I didn't. Alright. So that was there, and then we brought these down one click. Can save that at Zolder. Or where are we? Andy? Hey, Zolder. Zolder has chicanes that weren't part of the original track layout, which I understand for safety, but destroys the track. Anyways, that's a different discussion. So, gonna go up with the compression dampening here in the back. We'll do 3 clicks. Compression dampening controls the rate at which the springs compress. So if you have more dampening, springs will compress slower. And that's what I'm doing right here. So as you're getting back on the throttle, the shift's gonna transfer from the front to the rear. This is gonna slow down that transfer to the rear. So what I think is happening right now, and my thought process is when I'm getting on the gas, there's too much weight going to this outside right rear tire, and it, you know, breaks its it goes past its level of grip and starts spinning. So I'm trying to slow down the weight transfer, because when I'm going in that left-hander, not only is the weight going to be transferring to the back, it's also going to be transferring to the right. So I'm kind of slowing down that whole motion of the weight transferring from the left front, or the right front and the left front, mostly the right front because the car's already lean. But slowing down that weight transfer to the rear, so hopefully by slowing down that weight transfer, it'll slow down the rate at which this tire gets its grip levels, and I'm kind of hoping it kind of stops it right at the point where the tire gets peak grip. And then this tire will have more grip at the same time too, because this, as the body rolls over and this spring's compression is slowing down, it's also going to slow down the rate at which the weight transfers from the left to right. So with these dampening changes, you always got to think about them in 2 dimensions, how they're affecting the weight transfer of the car from front to rear, or rear to front, and how they're transferring the car from side to side. So let's see if that did anything. Long story short is it causes the car to understeer a little bit more by tightening up the rear end. Rear end won't be as loose, in theory. Such a good sense of speed going through that section of really this whole course. It's probably because the walls are so close. It's a real good sense of speed on this track. Hot. Coming in hot. Wow, that was the closest I've been to full throttle around that corner. Yeah, carried a little too much speed through there.
.82.
Ugh, slow on my downshifts. Caused me to go a little too fast into the corner. Yeah. Wanted it too bad. Wanted it too bad. I gotta do some more laps before I save that. It felt good though. First couple, obviously. First couple laps are gonna feel good. I really needed to get to like the 5th or 6th lap before I could tell if that adjustment really helped or not. I kind of got sucked into trying to see how fast I could go. And I knew I was leaving like 2/10 in that last little hairpin right back there, so I really wanted to get through it right, and I didn't, and I kind of just forced it. Saw what happened. Doesn't usually work out too well when you force things.
36.5.
Way too fast there. I think I just got on the gas too soon there. Okay, here's what I should do, but I don't want it. What I should do is run like another 10 laps to really see if it worked, but I'm not. Kind of lazy right now. So what I'm gonna do is just save it. Which isn't really the best way to go about tuning a setup. But before I put it on the forums, because I just don't want to make this video than it already is, since there's not really much. So I'll run some more laps in a practice session, not recorded, and then if it helped, I'll keep it. If it didn't, I'll go back. All right, guys. Till next time.